Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this pre-match press conference for this Leagues Cup knockout round match between Orlando City and Cruz Azul. We have Coach Oscar Pareja and player Dagur Thorhallsson here from Orlando City ahead of tomorrow's match. Apologies for the first time pronouncing your name. Coach, let's get started with your thoughts on tomorrow's match. You guys are used to knockout round matches. How are you approaching it?
Right, we are very excited for the game, especially facing Cruz Azul in this stage of the tournament in front of our fans and in the moment that we are in too. So we're excited, looking forward for the game. We're preparing the group the most we can, and again, we're excited to have this match here.
Fantastic. As a reminder for our attendees online, we do have interpretation from Spanish to English and vice versa. Feel free to ask your questions in either language. We'll get started here in the room, and then we'll go to the online chat. Austin, go ahead.
Oscar, speaking of Cruz Azul, they've been able to play MLS competition in this tournament already. What have you kind of been able to see from them in terms of how you guys will match up with their kind of play style and their personnel?
Well, it is a very well-known team in Mexico. His tradition and one of the best in the region for sure. We have seen their games now in this series of the Leagues Cup, but we have seen them as well in the Mexican tournament, and surely they have done the same with us. So. I think it's just two good teams facing at this stage. Probably too early, but for both. But we're excited. We have been analyzing them like any other team, making sure that we are prepared for them.
Questions for Dagur. We're starting to see this team with the form that similar to what we saw last year towards the end of the season, after a slow start this year. I just wanted to ask you, what have you kind of been able to learn from this team, knowing how you guys finished last year on such a high, then obviously starting the season slow, but now regaining and finding that form again that's allowed you guys to be unbeaten now in the last 7 games going into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I think we could say we found the confidence back a little bit. When you're not winning that many games, your confidence drops a little bit, and I feel like once we got a little bit of a rhythm and a little bit of a run of games that we did really good in, then the team spirit as well and the confidence of the whole group just rose a lot. And I feel like everybody, of course we always have confidence, but I feel like you can see it in the face of everybody now that if someone makes mistakes, it's not like we're not complaining, we're more trying to support each other, and that for me is the most important thing that we're doing.
Thank you. We do have on the Zoom a couple questions, and if you are on the Zoom and you want to ask a question, please do raise your hand. We have Orlando Castellan. Orlando, go ahead. Esperemos un momento, Orlando, mientras revisamos el asunto. Por mientras vamos a continuar aquí mientras revisamos eso. Austin, do you have another question in the meantime while we...
Sí, un saludo muy especial. Considero que los contextos de los juegos son importantes, pero no es el dato mayor que tenemos para prepararnos. Estamos tratando de ser lo mejor que podamos ser en nuestros entrenamientos y llegar preparados al partido contra Cruz Azul. Sabemos de los partidos que jugaron contra Charlotte, también contra Filadelfia, pero de nuevo pues estamos todos atentos a que podamos estar concentrados en el partido de mañana y que podamos hacer las cosas muy bien.
Gracias, profe. Austin?
Dagur, for you personally, just having the benefit of having the last couple games in this Leagues Cup at home and now this game at home, how much does that just help having the fans behind you in a knockout tournament like this, where you're coming up against teams you've never played before, and just having that backing?
I would say their support is like, it helps a lot. I can only speak for myself when I say that when you have the support and when you have the fans screaming your name or screaming the team forward, and it gives me an extra boost, and I think it gives also the boys an extra boost. So having the fans there it's the greatest feeling. Like, that's why you play football. You want to play in front of many people, and you want to do it with a good group of guys, which we're doing. So the fans is an extra boost, and it gives you that extra adrenaline. So it helps a lot.
Question for Oscar. I know you don't like to always talk about individual players, but I just have to ask. We're starting to see several individual players really start to really perform and put the team in the higher end when it comes to performing. Dagur, obviously, with when he's been implemented as a right back, has been really influential in the team's attack. Ramiro Enrique now with his scoring form, and even Martin Ojeda, who's been involved now. I can name more players, but how much of as a coach, how much pleasure does that kind of give you, knowing that you can see these players attribute individually, but also at the same time attribute to the team collectively when it comes to performance and even getting the results?
Mm-hmm. Just regarding the individual performance, our principles within the team is that as soon as we just bring our individual interest that everybody has, which is normal for the footballers, and we bring that talent in behalf of the group, immediately the individual is raise the level too, and is more noticeable. So when we think about the team first and do the right work and work towards the benefit of the team, it's an effect that comes immediately on them raising the level. And at this moment, we have found those individuals in a very good form. The hardest job now for us as a coaches and them as an individuals is just to keep that level. But we have noticed that, and I'm very proud to see them growing through the season. And they've given us the best performance. And again, being a good contributing to the team as a priority is going to make them look better and better.
Oscar, this team has been on an unbeaten run of 7 games now. Just having that performance leading into the Leagues Cup, now going into this knockout tournament and the round of 32, how much does that just benefit with the form the team has been in these kind of situations where it's a win or go home?
Well, just give us for sure, or make us feel more optimistic about the game, knowing that we have to live every day like it's the most important one. So still, we're happy to see the game in this form. The players and the group in this mode is way much better. We're going towards the competition with more confidence. But they know that it has to be in that moment where we bring all these tools again and make it happen again. It's what happened already happened. Tomorrow we have this match, but as you mentioned, it is much better when we have this confidence.
Dagur, same thing for you. Just having that confidence of this 7-game unbeaten run from a player perspective? How much does that mean heading into a tournament like this?
A lot, of course. Like you said, we have been doing good in the last couple of games, and like I said before, you can feel it inside the group. Also, it brings like more happiness, and everything becomes a little bit lighter. So it's good to go into a knockout stage with a lot of positivity and a lot of good things going on. But we still need to keep on going, and it's one game at a time. It's a cliche, but it's the next game now against Cruz Azul, so we need to be ready and we go full force.
Profe, una cosa que me recuerdo que se mencionó antes que empezó el campeonato en general este año fue que las expectativas que este grupo tenía después de cómo terminaron el año pasado, muy alto en la tabla, sabiendo que todavía están en la jugada para el campeonato regular, pero están ahorita mismo en esta fase del campeonato del Leagues Cup. ¿Cómo eso está alineado con esas expectativas que el grupo plantó antes que empezó todo esto?
Sí, pienso que las expectativas que hemos tenido con el grupo desde que empezó nuestra pretemporada, que han sido altas, las hemos mantenido. No, en ningún momento hemos dejado de pensar de que somos un equipo protagonista del torneo de la MLS y ahora también de la Leagues Cup. A veces nos sentimos mucho mejor cuando le retornamos a la gente ese favoritismo con buenos resultados, y también pues nos sentimos mal cuando ese favoritismo no está recompensado con partidos ganados y todo eso. O sea que somos muy conscientes de que hemos estado en este retorno al buen rendimiento, a ganar partidos, que es una temporada larga, pero que indudablemente nos da la opción ahora de sentirnos otra vez protagonistas y en un camino de ascenso, en un momento importante para Leagues Cup también. Así que estamos contentos, pero sabemos que todavía nos queda un tramo importante en la liga y en la Leagues Cup.
Vamos a regresar al Zoom y tenemos una pregunta por parte de Orlando Castellán. Orlando, ahora sí nos escucha. ¿Se puede hacer su pregunta?
Gracias. Buen día, profe. Otra vez Orlando Castellán, Servicio Informativo de Deportes. Una pregunta para cada uno, si nos permiten. Empiezo con el jugador. ¿Qué tan complicado es el partido el día de mañana contra Cruz Azul? Y para usted, profe, si para usted es una deuda en esta League Cup haberse quedado muchas veces con los equipos mexicanos en esas fases, y si es una responsabilidad para ustedes el día de mañana dar un golpe de autoridad y poder seguir avanzando en esta League Cup ante Cruz Azul. Gracias.
So we can start with Dagur if that's okay, and I'll just translate quickly. It's a very simple question. How complicated do you see this game tomorrow against Cruz Azul?
Yeah, of course, we have analyzed them a lot, and we as a team know a lot about them, so it's going to be a very hard game. They're going to come, I would say probably going to come with a lot of pressure and just going to try to attack us as fast as they can, so it's going to be a very hard game. I mean, they're at the top of the Mexican League, so it's a very good team, and we respect them a lot, so it's going to be a hard game.
Profe.
Bueno, creo que encontrarnos con los equipos mexicanos, sobre todo en las series que hemos tenido, Orlando, como lo mencionaste, en la CONCACAF y todo, siempre primero va a ser para nosotros un reto importante, porque nos ponemos en el protagonismo de la competencia, y tienes razón, hemos quedado en deuda de no poder avanzar a ganar la CONCACAF, o el año pasado pues que nos tocó quedarnos en el camino también de esa competencia. Y ahora pues enfrentamos en esta serie Orlando a un equipo también muy favorito en México, ¿no? Que creo que está designado a ganarlo todo por lo que significan ellos en la Liga de México. Pero nosotros también tenemos un muy buen equipo que ya lo sabes, hemos convertido al Orlando City en un equipo competitivo y un equipo que está con grandes aspiraciones. Entonces estamos a la par y la verdad es que sí, queremos avanzar y queremos ser no solamente protagonistas, pero queremos ganar las series donde estemos.
Seguimos en línea, tenemos a Alonso Contreras. Alonso, adelante, por favor.
Gracias. Esta pregunta para el profe Pareja. Profe, hoy día, por ejemplo, en el entrenamiento, en un reducido, no querían ni perder, ¿no? Los jugadores y muchos jugadores que de repente, no muchos, algunos jugadores que no tenían minutos en los partidos oficiales, eran los que más alentaban al equipo a seguir presionando, a seguir atacando los pases y todo esto. En un partido con Cruz Azul, que es un equipo difícil, ¿cuán positivo es tener al equipo tan concentrado y que los líderes hagan reducir en el camerino?
Sí, saludos Alonso. Yo pienso que es muy bueno que tengamos esta confianza, que tengamos este optimismo, además porque el rival y el partido lo amerita. A mí me alegra mucho ver el equipo también con esa actitud. Llevamos ya un tramo importante de la liga y ahora en la Leagues Cup hemos hecho buenas presentaciones y que estemos a la altura del reto mañana y no solamente a participar en el juego, sino que tengamos esas posibilidades claras de poder vencer a Cruz Azul. Yo creo que es algo que nos merecemos y por lo que vamos a luchar, pero indudablemente vamos a ser un rival muy bueno mañana también y vamos a tratar de avanzar.